Volume of a rectangular prism. Volume is the amount of space inside a three-dimensional figure. It is measured in cubic units. A cubic centimeter, or cm3, is a cube that is 1 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter long, and 1 centimeter high, as seen here. The volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. So if we look here, the height would be 5 blocks or 5 cubes high. The width would be 4 cubes wide. And the length would be 3 centimeters. So now what we can do is we have our three dimensions, 5 times 4 times 3, which you can see right here. You can clump the numbers together as you wish. 4 times 3 gives us 12, 12 times 5 gives us 60, or you could do 3 times 5 first and get 15, 15 times 4, so it doesn't matter which order you multiply them in as long as you multiply the three dimensions together. Another way to dissect a rectangular prism would be look at it in terms of layers. As mentioned here, you can see that we could also look at it as layers of 12 cubes, being 5 layers of 12, which also gives us that 5 times 12, which gives us 60. Now I have a few examples for us to practice with. So first off, let's figure out its height, which is 3 high. Then we go the width, which looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then its length is 3. We multiply 3 times 3, which is 9, times 6 equals 54 units cubed. Moving on to our next one here, we have 4 units high, 3 wide, and 2 in length. 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 gives us 24 units cubed. In our next rectangular prism, it is 2 high by 5 wide, and its length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When multiplying those together, we get 2 times 5 times 6 equals 60 units cubed. And let's take a look at our final rectangular prism. Let's look at its height. The height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 2 by 2, which gives us 24 units cubed. The keys to success with volume are to identify its three sides, the length, the width, and the height. Is very important. It'll also help when you're checking your answer to make sure that the numbers that you found to be the measurements are indeed what the measurements are, and then you just want to multiply them together carefully. And I have another reminder for us for order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It is very important to remember that please stands for parentheses, excuse is for exponents, which we haven't seen much of yet, but don't worry, they're on their way. My dear stands for multiply or multiplication and division from left to right, and Aunt Sally reminds us to add subtract from left to right.